Hey guys, Mike here. Let's have a little chat. So, what's wrong with these transgender people? It's the same thing that's wrong with everybody. And when I say everybody, I don't mean literally everybody. I mean, like, most people. So, this is the idea. I'm not okay. I'm not enough. There's something wrong with me. If I had this, I would be better. If I was that, I would be better. It's the same thing. You know, it's not a unique problem. It's the same thing that's wrong with everybody. And it's a psychological issue, and it's not unique to transgender people. So we can use transgenderism as like sort of an example. So it's pretty obvious, right? Say I'm a man, but I'm not okay with that. I don't feel like a man. I don't feel like I'm in the right body. I was born in the wrong body. This body isn't me. Like, this isn't me. This isn't what there's something wrong here. There's something wrong here, right? Like, this is a mistake. I need to do something to change it because who I am, the way that I was born, it's not okay. It's not okay. That's sort of the mind of a transgender person. But to take it beyond that, that's sort of the mindset of everybody. Right? It's all of this. I mean, it's everywhere. I don't know. I could probably end the video right now. It's the same thing. So, you know, there's nothing outside of you that's going to give you any relief from the feeling of, I'm not okay, I'm not good enough, you know, I'm not worthy, I'm unlovable. Nothing outside of you is going to make any difference in regards to those things. Because what those are essentially what it is lies that you believe about yourself. All those things are lies, all of them, okay? You are enough. You are okay. You are worthy. You are valued. You are valuable. You are lovable. Okay? Those are true statements. The others are just lies. They're lies. And people will give you different, you know, things. You know, they say it's from Satan. Yeah, well, you know, it's social media, right? It's all around you all the time, and you don't even have to go looking for it. You know, it's on billboards, it's in the commercials, it's in you know, the what do you call them, the Netflix. You know, you don't even have to click on something and it's there, right? They got this really sick thing now that I saw last night, and it was funny when it was in like the reels, it was funny, but now they have a fucking TV show where it's the balloon popping thing, right? Like in the reels, it's funny because you just get like a little smidget, pop, 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 or whatever, right? And it's kind of funny. Now they made a fucking TV show about it, right? And what is that TV show gonna teach people? The same thing, is that you're not enough. You're not tall enough. You're too fat. You're not thin enough, or you're the wrong skin color, or your bank account isn't big enough, or your family is your family name or whatever. Like you're from the wrong side of the tracks. Whatever it is, it could be anything. It could be fucking anything. It could be anything. You know, that's one of the reasons that I have insisted on doing these videos. For one, without any template or like talking points, whatever you want to call it, and also without fixing myself up. I could make myself look better in these videos. I look like, honestly, I'll tell you right now, I'm kind of tired. I'm beat up. I did jiu-jitsu last night, and every day after I do jiu-jitsu, I feel like I'm 80. And my energy is low, and I could probably go take a nap, right? And it may even come across, but that's the thing is that I don't give a fuck, okay? Because I know that whatever you have to say about it is a fucking lie, and you can't convince me any other way, right? Because I've done the fucking work to get to that point. Oh, I need a fancy car. Oh, I need this job. I need a medal. I need a belt in jiu-jitsu. It's all bullshit, man. It's all fucking bullshit. Because you, and this is where the rubber meets the motherfucking road. It's that no matter how much bullshit there is out there, and how many people have told you lies, it's your fault. It's your fucking fault for believing it. It's your fault for believing it. Okay? It is. And I'm not trying to be mean, because this is a very heavy subject when you really get into it. And it's something that everybody goes through. It's the story of, it's the very first story in the Bible that everybody knows is Adam and Eve. What did Adam and Eve do? They believed a lie. They believed a lie. They believed that God was holding out on them. He was holding out on them because they were, what? Unworthy, not enough, not loved, weren't valued enough. God's holding out on them. He's keeping this thing from us. Something's wrong with us. And then what happens? What happens when you're in alignment with who you are? You're sinless, right, in this case, what, theologians would say. And then you believe a lie, and then you believe a lie about yourself, and then what happens is you create another. You create almost like a split personality, like a new part. This is Parts Work. This is Richard Schwartz, I think is his name. So there was the me that was totally fine, and then I believed a lie, and what happened was there became a new me that wasn't okay. And now this new me is the one that's running shit, okay? Because it believed that this one, the perfectly fine, the literally perfectly fine one, it believed a lie about that one. So now we gotta suppress this one, right? We gotta hide this one, right? And now we're running things. And this is where every single issue that you face in your life, this is where it all comes from. This is where it all comes from, is that you believed a lie about yourself, and that's where your anxiety is from. That's where your attachment disorders are from. That's where every single mental problem that you go through is from. That's where transgenderism is from. They believe a lie about themselves, right? Yeah, they just believed a lie. Because the truth is, they're just fine. They were just fine. They were just fine. But somebody convinced them that they weren't, right? And maybe they convinced themselves. Still, doesn't matter who convinced you, or if you convince yourself, you're the one that's culpable. because in all reality, you're the only one that exists in this equation. So you got to deal with it. And so you can deal with it. But you got to get back in alignment with who you really are. And I touched on this in a previous video, and I said I was going to make another video about it. And I've been trying to put something together in my head. But we'll kind of see where that comes from. But who you really are is what you were in the beginning. That's who you really are. That's who you really are. You know, and this is so cool because for me to kind of like, and maybe it's just easier for me because I've got a 2-year-old. Oh, she's not 2 yet, but she's about to be, and another one on the way. And like, and you know, I like kids now more than I did when I was younger, because what I realized was by having them, and you know, and it's important when you have them what stage of life you're having them in, but they're closer to God, the Creator. They're closer to perfection. They're closer to Source than I am. And so I almost like marvel at these things. You know, it's like, whoa. Like, you see that? That's, they got it right. They've got it right. You know? And I've still got that in me. See, that's the crazy thing, is when you cover that up, right? It's still there. It's just covered up. And so the way to get back to who you really are and stop identifying with the lie is you got to start peeling off the bullshit. And if you can peel off the bullshit and you can get back to who you really are, it solves a lot of your problems. Because the problems, it's not like you're not going to have problems, but the problems that you have aren't the same problems. You know, like, that's how I can get on here with no script and fucking workout clothes that probably stink, fucking looking the way that I do. And I don't give a fucking shit, because what you think of me isn't my problem. That's not a problem that I have. I just don't, you know. And I'm going to make another video. I think I'm going to probably do another video, but I'm going to cut this one short because it's such a powerful thing to know and to get right. But it's about, like, what does it mean to be a man, right? Because a lot of people say they don't give a shit, and they're driving a fucking brand new Corvette or the fucking Bugatti or whatever the fuck. Motherfucker, you give a shit. You fucking give a shit. You give a shit, because look at you. What, right? And there's no jealousy from me, right? Maybe if I had the money, you know, even if I had the money, would I want a fucking Bugatti? I think they're ugly. I don't think they're that, like, aesthetically pleasing to me. Now, I've never driven one, okay? Would I like to drive one? Fuck yeah, I'd like to drive one. Do I want to own one? I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about that. What does that do for me? Nothing. Fucking nothing. What do you think, I'm going to the club to try to pick up fucking chicks? Hey, there's another one, right? There's another sign that you're still a little boy. All right. I think I'm starting to get off topic. The thing that you need to know is, and it goes for all mentally ill people, which is all of us. See, that's the thing about the transgender people is that I think the majority of, like, normal people would say, okay, there's something wrong mentally here if some man wants to cut his fucking dick off, okay? But what you forget is that we're all fucking mental. We're all fucked up here. You know, the guy that wants to cut his dick off isn't fucking unique. He's not. Because you got the same, you've got the same type of problem, just manifesting in a different way. It's that you forgot who you were. You forgot who you are because you believed a lie. Just like the story of old Adam and Eve back in the garden, the myth of Adam and Eve. Right? The children of God. And they forgot. Maybe that's the story of Jesus. Maybe Jesus is the one who didn't freaking forget. Anyway, enough. Try to start to peel back the layers of bullshit. I don't have any practical examples of how to do that in this video. I may make another video about that. Right now, I just wanted to end this one. But think about all of the lies that you believe about yourself, and figure out all the mental issues that you have. You could be diagnosed. Maybe you're diagnosed with chronic depression, or you're diagnosed with anxiety, or diagnosed with this, and how that is really just a lie. How it's stemming from a lie that you believed. And since it's a lie, you can unbelieve it. You can just be like, you know what? That's bullshit. You can literally travel back in your brain. I've been actually practicing this lately, but for a different reason. Travel back in your brain. You remember the scenario, wherever it was. Think back as far as you can about the first time that you had this issue. You travel back and you visualize it, and you can see it happening, like it was yesterday. And you'll know because these memories are imprinted. Okay? Chances are they're your earliest memories. All of my traumas, the big ones, I can see them like they're happening now, like I can see them. So you go back to this scenario where you can see this thing happen, and you take fucking control of it. And you say, no, that's not okay. That's not okay. That's not an okay way to talk to me. That's not an okay thing to say. That's not an okay thing an okay way to behave. That those things are not okay. And that's how you can work towards healing. It doesn't happen like that. It'd be nice if it did, but it doesn't. And it takes time. And maybe this is something you have to do every single day. Maybe a different scenario every day. So you got a lot of different traumas, a lot of different old memories. Maybe just do one a day. I travel back to 3rd grade or 4th grade, or I travel back even farther to, the first memories that I can possibly think of. The reason that they're there, that you can still visualize them, is because they caused an issue. They caused an issue. And they're still alive in your subconscious because they need to be dealt with. That's enough. All right. Till the next.